On this week's pup date, look at this. This is so cute. All right, let's get into this pup date. I got some new stuff. I'm super excited. I've been shopping and my voice is like really crazy. So I got this cute little book. Let me see if you can see it. I'm so excited about this because kids don't always know, and adults don't always know what a dog is feeling. So this is a book to help my kids understand dogs better. And I don't care if you have a dog, if you have kids, you really should consider getting this book because it could help your kid understand a happy dog or a scared dog. If a dog is feeling friendly and comfortable, or if the dog is potentially going to hurt them. A scared, angry, or concerned, or anxious dog, or frantic dog is a dog that can hurt anyone. A happy dog, they can hurt. Just because they're so happy they might knock the kid down wagging. They're not necessarily gonna bite the child out of defensiveness. So this is a great book. I love it. My 3-year-old and I spent a lot of time just sitting down and we spent a lot of times, like this is a dog that is concerned. So we say scared. This dog has soft eyes, relaxed ears. So this dog is going to be more friendly. Whereas this dog is got some tension in it. So this book just illustrates the nuances that we may not always understand as people. So this kind of just breaks down, and I really like this product. So updates, we're gonna start with pup dates with Joy. What has little Miss Joy been up to? Well, I'm happy to report she has not been getting into the chicken run. Woohoo! Another week without her getting in the chicken run. I'm so excited. However, she did decide to go for an escape. Yeah, she escaped the fence. We have to fix our fence, and there's just some places where it will keep a bigger dog out, but not a little dog, so she can just kind of squeeze through under gates. Our neighbor's dog got out. He, beautiful Great Pyrenees Border Collie mix, I think is what he is. He got out, and she started chasing him off. So yeah, fortunately he does not see her as food or a threat, and he just kind of wandered off, and I texted my neighbor and her kids came and got her teenagers came and got him, so that turned out fine. But yeah, she's gotten out a few times and we finally figured out where she was getting out, so we've patched that. I don't really like her being just let out and left out for long periods of time because we have hawks. My friend that lives 5 minutes from here, so about 2 miles, she saw some eagles. Clearly something that's big enough to carry off my baby. So I don't really like her being outside without supervision, but the kids had let her out and left her out, and so yeah, the kid factor. Let me tell you, training a dog, getting dogs to behave is not really the hard part. The hard part is the kids. The kids, I love them, but they will let the dog out when you just brought the dog back in, or they'll bring the dog in when you just let the dog out. They'll sit there and feed the dog chocolate cereal when you're going, no, don't feed the dog cereal. Yeah, that's happened a few times. Yeah, kids and dogs, they're great. So yeah, I have not done as much leash training with Joy lately. It's just been kind of a little on the crazy side around here. I was under the weather, and yeah, the kids have decided that they want to help with leash training, so I have to find time when the kids are not helping, because I love them and I'm glad that they want to be involved with the dogs, but some help is not actually help, and they just don't know the difference. Joy has really mellowed the last week and a half. It's like she's just gone from crazy puppy, young dog energy to, yeah, I just want to chill, which one of the reasons why we put a lot of time and thought into getting Joy. Little backstory, we had a dog before, her name was Arwen. Oh my gosh, great, beautiful Great Pyrenees. A lot of Great Pyrenees in my life. Arwen was supposed to be my dog, but she kind of evolved into my daughter's dog before my daughter was even 3. It just kind of happened. And we have some cute photos of my daughter just snuggling up with her and Arwen just being great with her. Well, Arwen was not a good match for our family. There's a lot of reasons why. So she's now happily living her best life at my parents' house. She has turned into my dad's dog. They are like, they hang out together. He goes out and sits and grills, and she's just happy chilling on the back deck with him. She's so happy living at my parents' house. She really is living her best life. But because we had to rehome Arwen, we decided that we would get our daughter another dog. And so we did some research and we picked a Shih Tzu, or Shih Tzu as some people say, which I think is absolutely atrocious, you awful people. My Shih Tzu, we decided to get Joy the Shih Tzu because they're lower energy dogs and they love to cuddle, and my daughter is a big cuddle bug. So we wanted a dog that would be more mellow. So Joy is finally kind of stepping into that place where she's 2.5. She hits 2.5 this month. So she's kind of at that phase where she's mellowing. I am paying attention to make sure that this is actually her adjusting into that and not health issues. I'm watching to make sure she's eating, she's not stopped eating, and she's not lethargic. But I am paying attention to make sure that she doesn't turn lethargic. It is just her mellowing out. Her grooming, haven't been able to work on that. I am doing things where when I'm handling her, I yes and praise her, or yes and give her a treat, where I'm squeezing her, or not squeezing her, but touching her feet with a little bit of pressure, like you would to put out the nail so that you trim the nail. I am messing with her face more so that she's used to things being closer to her eyes. So I haven't stopped, but I just haven't been doing it with the tools. So she does need a bath this weekend, so we'll be working on that again. So that's the progress on that. She is doing much better with being brushed though, and my daughter is she's 8, so she's getting into that age where she enjoys brushing doll's hair, her hair, the dog's hair. So my daughter has really stepped into the role of grooming Joy, which is really, as far as brushing, and that's really, really helpful, and she's doing a great job. I think it's even better because it's her dog, even though I take care of the dog. Okay, so I got Joy back in my lap, getting into stuff. So as far as behavioral issues, they're going pretty much away, but that's because we've been delving very much into management. I don't know if you saw the short that I posted earlier this week of me doing control play with Joy. What control play is, it's where you are interacting and you are playing with the dog. The dog doesn't get to go off and do their own thing. We don't let our dogs have toys by themselves to just willy-nilly go and play. It teaches them that they can have fun without me, which I want them to think that me and my kids are the most fun thing in the world, and that people are where all the joy and all the fun is, so that they are not getting into self-destructive behaviors like chewing, digging, jumping on things, that kind of stuff. So that's one of the reasons why I do control play. But it also helps me teach bite inhibition. I can work on the dog being around distractions like toys and food on the floor, or the kids doing other things and being rambunctious, and having the dog make the dog play with me and not the kids. And even if the kids are running around, the dog is not allowed to go run and chase after my kids. I do not allow that because it's dangerous. The kid or the dog could get hurt. I'm more concerned about my kids, to be completely honest. I am people first, dog second. Sorry if that breaks a few hearts, but that's how I run my life. I love dogs, but my people, my tribe, they come first. So I got some new toys for control play. What's that? Ooh, let me see. Ooh, yeah. Oh, Hannah, do you want to play? You want to play, Hannah? You want to play? Oh, you gonna play? Yeah. The cool thing about doing it like this is playing tug like this. If she gets it and I want it, I can tell her, Out. Yes, good girl. And then we can practice her outs, you know, giving me stuff. I can practice touching her face. And I can basically teach her to have manners. Oh, you're not gonna go off and eat that. See, Hannah likes to eat toys and we don't allow that. So we're gonna work on playing. Controlled play like that is what I do to teach my dog manners. If she bites me, I do not allow biting, even in play. I don't allow the dog to put their paw on my arm or hands. That is a no-no because their nails hurt, their teeth hurt. And I'm gonna tell you right now, yes, they know. They know when they put their teeth on you, they know when they scratch you. It's not an accident, so I don't allow it. It's a choice. So if my dog bites me or puts their paw on me, the toy goes away, the fun stops. And then if they show, I might break it up, make them do a trick, and once their mind is off of that, I might bring the toy out again. Teaching little dogs how to lay down can be really tricky, so the way I taught Joy to lay down was actually through play. So playtime is valuable. You really don't underestimate the importance of playing tug with your dog or playing fetch. It builds their relationship with you. It teaches them respect if you do it right. So I don't even let them play tug with each other. Tug is a game with me and my dog. It's very important. I don't really let my kids play tug with them right now. I'm gonna teach my kids how to play tug, but I really want that supervision. I really want that control. It's so imperative that the control is there because it teaches so many good manners. And like I said, it teaches good relationship. Moving on to Miss Hannah Banana. I love Hannah. Well, she's not my favorite dog in the world. She's my son's dog, but she's the sweetest. And we are celebrating 3 years of Hannah. We got Hannah 3 years ago, actually after my husband and I's anniversary date. We went and we met her. We got her as a free puppy. She was 9 weeks old when we got her. And she was super sweet, but I felt back then, I didn't think, Joy, you do not need to be under my bed. Come on. Yes, what a good girl. See, this is why we should have the house light on her. Hubby's putting her in the crate because she's not staying with me. So we just don't want her to eat something she shouldn't. We got, where is it? Back to Joy. I got this 20-foot long line to start working on letting Joy have a little bit more freedom in the house. But basically she'll drag this around and I will be able to stop her if she goes up under my bed or if she gets something she shouldn't. She's very quick when she has something she shouldn't. So this will allow me to teach her. Also, I can start taking her out in the front yard and playing in the front yard with her and kind of teaching her to stay away from the road and to stay with me, even if there are no actual barriers, which is very important. I would like my dog to be able to have the ability to be off leash, even if I don't really practice that all that often. So this is really nice. I'll drop a link down. But yes, back to Hannah. Hannah, she's so sweet. But it's really funny. Joy and Hannah are about six months apart in age. And my dog training, my dog thinking has shifted so much. I've learned so much more about dogs. The information I've found has totally shifted. And I came from the mindset of, you don't play tug with your dog. You'll teach them to be aggressive. So not true. But yeah, I had all these misconceptions on how to train a dog and all this. And Hannah does not know how to play. We've talked about this. So let's talk about what's been going on with the sweet girl. She's had a few wins. Her prey drive with the chickens is going down. She still has it, but it's going down. I've been really working on her stays with her. There was a short recently where I was working with her stays. And after that, she actually went to her chicken spot. I told her to sit, I told her to stay. And normally at that spot, she breaks the stay and I have to go back and put her in the stay and and all that, but she stayed the whole time. She didn't whine, she didn't get excited, which she always whines when I check the chickens. She didn't whine, she was super calm, and she waited for me until I got back from the chickens, and she did fabulous, and I didn't have a treat to give her. I felt so bad, but I praised and celebrated her so much that she knew that she did right. I told her yes, I did all the good dances with her, and I played with her, but she hasn't played since. Yeah. And hubby says that today when he went to let the chickens out of their coop, she did fabulous with him. She didn't act all excited. She was nice and calm. So clearly we're on the right track with her. Oh yeah, Hannah. Now her prey drive with the chickens might be getting better, but the squirrels, the chipmunks, yeah, not so much. There's something living over in our shed over that way. And then in a porch, we have a upper and lower deck. And yeah, something has decided to live in there. I have not seen what it is. I'm hoping it's not a rat. Oh my gosh. I think it's a chipmunk. I think I've heard it chirping, the little chipmunk chirps. If you've not heard a chipmunk chirp, they're kind of funny. So I think that's what's living in the porch, but I have to constantly make Hannah not, like, I've had to tell the kids, I'm like, stop letting the dog out just because she's asking to go out. She's going out there to bark. She's going out there to chase whatever it is. So, yeah, kids and dogs. Oh, they make training so hard. I'm glad that they're paying attention to the fact that the dog needs to go out, but they just let her out and then they'll leave her out there for hours and I won't know. And I'll think that the dog is in and she's not. And then next thing I know, I'm laying the baby down for a nap and I hear the dog barking incessantly. Oh my gosh, it's annoying. Yeah, stay-at-home mom problems. They're real. But since I have been telling the kids, hey, don't let her out all the time, you know, especially if she's just come in. And I've really been trying to help them understand that they can't just let her go out there and bark. And we've been making her go in and we've been really working with her. So her barking has gotten better. I don't think she's had a real barking incident in a couple days where she's just gone out there and barked and barked and barked and barked and barked incessantly. We don't like to be that neighbor. Don't be that neighbor. All right, the licking. She has done this since she was a puppy. It's really annoying. I don't like it when a dog comes and sits there and licks me incessantly. Like she just licks your feet, licks your hand, licks your arm, licks your leg. She just licks. And she will stand there or sit there and lay there and lick you for 30 minutes straight. I know this because I have literally watched my son sit on the sofa, watch TV, and let his dog just lick his hand. He'll hold his hand like this and let her lick him. It's disgusting. I'm sorry. If you like to be licked by your dog, that's on you. I don't like that kind of kiss. I like nose touches. I like the dog to come get my nose and we do a little nose touch and that's my kiss. That's what I like. Yeah, Hannah, she's a licker. And we have tried so many different ways to get her to stop. We've tried verbal correction. We have tried ignoring it, which it's a self-rewarding behavior. So just the act of licking you, oh, hush, you're fine. Joy's whining because she wants out. Apparently there's food under the bed. Probably my kids smuggled food when they were playing underneath my bed. I'm gonna have to go up under there. Anyways, the incessant licking, it's rewarding. A self-rewarding behavior. Dogs do what feels good. If it feels good to them, that means it's right. So licking is a self-rewarding behavior. Barking is a self-rewarding behavior. Stealing food is a self-rewarding behavior. Jumping up on people can be a self-rewarding behavior. So just getting one lick in is rewarding. So we're having a really hard time breaking it because the kids let her do it, or the kids don't know to say stop, or she doesn't. It's this whole problem. The best thing that we've come up with is when she approaches, my husband and I will make her sit. And when she sits, we say yes. And before she can get that little tongue out, we pet her so that she understands you get attention when you do this, not when you lick. And she actually had a little win before while we were setting up the camera. She came up and she started to lick me and I corrected her and she sat down and looked at me and then I said yes and I pet her then because she sat and I wanted her to understand the sitting and being good is what gets you the reward, the reward, not licking me incessantly. So I guess we're doing better. I don't know. I feel like we're doing worse. It's just, kids and dogs, they're both gross. They're so cute, but they're both gross. How can something be so cute and be so gross all at the same time? Anybody got an answer? Hannah's confidence is going up. She's definitely gaining more, she's definitely getting better with things moving around her, which is good because our home is chaotic. We have 4 kids and, so there's bikes and scooters and tricycles and dump trucks and baseballs and soccer balls and basketballs and there's always something moving around. So she's doing a lot better with that. But it feels like she's getting better, and some days she'll just have this moment where she melts, but I can get her out of the melting a little bit better. So I definitely think her confidence is improving. I would love, love, love to teach Hannah to do agility. She has such an athletic build, and when she's playing in the yard by herself and she's running, I wish we could get it on camera. She just zips, and she's basically turned our kids' play equipment, like we have 2 playhouses and one of those little jungle gymmy slidey things. I don't know, it's a square thing where the kids can climb on it and has circles and holes and all that jazz. But she has basically turned it into her own agility course. She can jump in, jump out, run through, do this, zip, zip. I mean, it's just incredible. She'll go down the slide. But yeah, if I try to get her to do agility with me, yeah, she melts. So I'm like, crap. It's like, I think it would be so good for her because I think it would build her confidence, and I think it would get some of her energy out and would build relationship, which I'm all about building relationship with our dogs. But I don't know, performance, scared to perform for people? I don't know what it is. So I'm trying to figure that out. I really wish that there was somewhere close that did agility. The closest place that I have found is an hour away, and that's not really feasible. I gotta do some training on getting her comfortable in the car. The first time I took her to the vet, she actually escaped. We got her microchipped because of that. Yeah. Back to Hannah's playing, which I kind of touched on earlier. She stopped playing with me. We had gotten to the point where she and I would kind of bounce back and forth, and I would touch her and she would play and she would run and wiggle around me. I can't get her to do that anymore. So, as promised in last week's update, I was going to try to find her a toy. So, I found this, and she is very excited. So, as you can see, it came today. So it's got the tug rope, and again, I don't let my dogs alone with their toys, so I'm not worried about her having the rope and eating it and ingesting it. So this is one of those treat toys where they chew on it and stuff like that. So I'm hoping if I could put some food, what I may actually do, instead of putting kibble, is I may put something like peanut butter in between so that it's kind of got that yummy factor, and see if I can teach her to throw it and chase it, or I'll throw it and then she'd chase it. But see if I can't get her to play with this. It was only $10, which a lot of the tug toys that I found that had pockets for you to put treats in, those were like $30 or $21 and no reviews, and I'm like, I'm not buying a toy that has no reviews. McCann Dogs has their own pouch like this, but they're located in Canada, so I'd have to pay for shipping, and their toy like that is $35. I've heard it's a really good quality toy. I couldn't spend $35 right now on a toy that I wasn't sure was gonna work, so I figured I'd spend $10 on this and try it and see if I can get Hannah interested in it, and if she seems interested in it, I might, in a few weeks, spend the $35 and get her a nicer toy. They have some other products that I really want to get and try. So I may see if I can scrounge some money so I can get some of the things from them, because they look like they've got some really great products that I can't find comparable stuff to anywhere else. So we'll have to do a pup date with that or whatever. But yeah, so we got all kinds of stuff. So this is a bit a long one, and if you've gotten to this point, thank you. I love you. Peace.